What up? This is another episode of the Oakland Warriors podcast. I'm Patrick, flying solo, and what a day it has been. I don't know about you, but I'm pretty burnt out, exhausted. Was watching too much news about that coup / insurrection / crazy ass stuff happening in DC, and I was very thankful for this Warriors game, and it was a nice break. It was something to kind of put me in my happy place. It was a pleasant surprise to see the city uniforms, the blue ones. Man, those are just the best uniforms of all time, in my opinion. The gold ones, the blue ones, nothing could top that. It was an okay game. We lost, of course, but it felt like there was a lack of energy, a lack of immediacy. I don't know if that's just how the game ended up or if anyone was more focused on the things happening in the country in general. But, things felt a little sluggish. Observations. Yeah, Steph didn't shoot very well, and the Clippers really focused on stopping him. Patrick Beverley, Steph's good friend, is always a pest for him, and the Clippers were just doubling him a lot. Steph's shot wasn't going down. It felt like other dudes weren't really hitting shots, at least on the first unit. James Wiseman, he played okay. He hit a couple nice jumpers, which was cool. He seemed to get pushed around a little bit by Serge Ibaka and some of the Clippers players, so I think he just needs to work on that positioning and whatnot. A couple times he got the ball, he decided to shoot it and he missed. In some of those situations, he could have just probably kicked it out for a better shot from someone else or kept the ball moving to see if they could find a better shot. In general, he made some iffy decisions, but he's learning. He had a couple nice dunks off of a couple lobs, and there were actually a couple times where they tried lobs and they just didn't connect. The passes were off, the timing was off, but at least they were trying. Eventually, all of those will connect more regularly. The energy level for both of these teams felt pretty low. The Warriors played like trash, but then they were down by 1 at halftime, and they were in the game till the very end. I was curious to see how they would play against the Clippers. They weren't blown out, which was good, and they could have easily won this game if they'd hit a few more shots, if Oubre didn't go super cold again, if some of those Wiseman lobs went in, if Steph hit a few more threes. But in general, it's just one of those games where you're hoping you see a little bit of progress, and you saw a little bit. That second unit was looking pretty good. It felt like they got the team back in the game each half. It looks like Eric Paschall's getting really, really comfortable playing that small ball center position on the second unit. He did pretty well. I think he led the team in scoring, maybe 19 or so. The only problem is the Warriors looked small and were definitely getting out rebounded. So that's a concern. That's something you miss by not having Marquise Chris. As much as Paschall gives you on offense, you definitely miss a little bit of the defense and a little bit of the rebounding in general. But Paschall's progress on the second unit seems to be doing good things for Andrew Wiggins. It feels like maybe there's a little bit less pressure because there's somebody else on that second unit who can create his own shot, who can be aggressive, who can create for others maybe, and just get his own offense. Wiggins, he looked pretty good. He's definitely putting consistent effort on the defensive end, which is super important. He's hustling a lot. He hit a couple jumpers, couple swishes, and he missed a few, of course. And man, when he bricks, it just has a very unique sound. It's like doof, doof, doof. Overall though, I'm pleased with his effort. I feel like the last few games he's put up some decent numbers and he's done well on the second unit, and he has played pretty solid defense all around, so keep it going. Yeah, in general, it just felt like the Warriors were having trouble scoring. When they have Looney and Draymond out there, it just felt like they just didn't have enough scorers, enough shooters and whatnot, especially with Steph not hitting his shots and the Clippers really focusing on him. hopefully the coaches learn something from this and figure out ways to get more scoring. This game, it was such a pleasant distraction that I didn't really care that they lost. I just enjoy seeing how they are improving. So, they're back at 500, 4-4, and they get the Clippers on national TV on ESPN at home again on Friday. Who knows what the climate in the country will be at that point, but hopefully everything will be a little bit more normal and the Warriors will come out with a little bit of a tweaked game plan. Anyway, that is another quick episode of the Oakland Warriors podcast. Don't forget to subscribe wherever you listen to podcasts, and feel free to hit me up on Twitter at Patrick Epino, Epino, or at Oakland Warriors, and be sure to check us out at oaklandwarriors.com. All right, that's it. Music in this episode provided by Paper Sun. Special thanks to Paul Amardo for production support. See you next time, and go Dubs.